Student loan debt is the second highest consumer debt category behind only mortgage debt. More than 44 million borrowers in the United States collectively owe over $1.5 trillion in student loan debt. In recent years, student loan debt has passed both credit card and auto loan debt. The average student loan debt for recent college graduates is nearly $30,000. You can see here that student loans make up 11% of the total national consumer debt. This image shows the steady increase in cost of tuition for a 4-year degree since 1980. This line is compared to Consumer Price Index, also since 1980, showing how much more tuition costs are compared to rates of inflation. Many students graduate high school with a plan to go to college and earn a degree. Most students do not understand that their education is very costly and they will most likely graduate from college with some form of student loan debt. My literature review mainly focuses on the negative effects of student loan debts on people in their college years and in the years following college graduation. One main focus was how people must put off marriage, having kids, and buying homes immediately after college because of their debt. Also, there is a direct association between student loan debt and students having to sacrifice normal college experiences in order to have to focus on making good grades, graduating, and hopefully getting a good job that will help pay off those debts. The last negative effect I focused on was how student loan debt is leading to a rise in boomeranging or returning home to their parents after college until they are able to pay off their loans. Student loan debt can be a heavy burden to many. It may not always be as bad as it seems. Student loan debt is considered to be good debt because it is easy to reap the benefits from them. Student loan debt can be good when seen as an investment in one's future without the cost or risk of other types of debt. It can also be considered good debt because student loans have low interest rates, few or no fees, repayment flexibility, and there are rehabilitation options with ways that are much less damaging to your credit score than bankruptcy. The next 2 videos will explain the possible benefits of student loans in the long run, as well as the potential to make much more money than you would make without going to college.
When we look at college loans, we have to understand that this is an opportunity for many people to go to school. We've got a massive issue in the United States with college loans. The increasing level of tuitions is out of control. Kids often cannot comprehend the amount of money that it costs to go to school. So here's the deal, sending your kids to school without any type of school loans may not necessarily be the best thing for your child. This is one of the first significant opportunities for a student to get a taste of the real world and how debt works. They get the opportunity to perhaps go into a bank or at least work with financial professionals. Second, this is a huge opportunity for them to be able to build credit. When you look at the opportunities when someone's in their late teens or early 20s, there's not too many things available for them to be able to establish a strong credit history. Student loans allow for that. When it's their own money and they're actually seeing that they're gonna have to pay for this, going to class, taking advantage of that class, being part of that college experience in the most comprehensive way that they can possibly be, goes a little bit further. This is not just about tuition being paid for and you're having a great 4 years. It's really about a relationship of why you're going to that school, of how much it costs, and what you're going to do with that money that was invested in you.
Do you know the lifetime earnings of a college graduate is $1 million higher than a non-college graduate? Just think about that. Here you have a bunch of people telling you, oh, don't spend $20,000 on college, or don't graduate with $15,000 in student loan debt. Now I get it. Nobody wants to sit there and look at $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 of student loan debt. I get it. But if you actually look at the full lifetime earnings of a college graduate, $1 million compared to $15,000, it's not even a question. And I see this all the time from my readers. They say, you know what? I took that advice. I dropped out of college. And it was fine. I was earning good money until I got into my 40s. And suddenly I hit a ceiling. So I want to encourage everyone here to not just take advice from a bunch of people on Twitter who are telling you drop out of college, student loans are bad. Those very same people are sending their kids to elite colleges. The amount you pay for college is one of the biggest investments you will ever make.
Another thing we must consider when talking about a large amount of student loan debt is how much of that goes towards grad school for students who have already done their undergrad. Over half of the nation's student loan debt comes from graduate school. This only makes sense though because people with a higher education tend to make more money than those with only a 4-year degree. In addition, to make some more light of student loan debt, 75% of borrowers in between 20 and 30 years old owe monthly payments of $400 or less. $351 is the average monthly loan repayment on student debt, while the extra average monthly earnings from a college degree is more than twice that. There's about a 15% rate of return on having a college degree. 50% of homeowners in between the ages of 31 and 35 with a bachelor's degree borrowed money for college, while 39% did not borrow. And finally, 42%, almost half of people who borrowed money for student loans, owe less than $10,000 in total. Doing your research and making an informed decision on the college you are going to attend and having a plan will help you tremendously. It will possibly get rid of unnecessary risks and create motivation to succeed.